let's look at September 2016. Let's look at the energy that is being brought in around us for September 2016. Let's use the wisdom of the tarot, of astrology, of numerology, to put it all together into a complete bundle of knowing the energy that we are walking into and what we really need to focus on and master in order to come through successfully by using the instruments that are put forward on our path. Now, September is the 9th month of the year, so it carries with it the energy of the number 9. And the year is 2016, so if we take 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6, we end up with a 9 again. So if we take September, which is the 9th month, and add it to the year, which is the 9th year, we come to a total of 18. And if we bring it down to a single digit again, it becomes the number 9 again. So September 2016 is, you know, the 9 is being tripled here. It magnifies the energy. It has powerful influences on us. Okay, so now we could take that one step further and add the 3 9s together for a sum of 27, which equals 9. So not only is the number 9 being magnified throughout this month, but it tells us to pay heed to the patterns in our life, the repetition in our life, okay? Because no matter what we are looking at, it goes back to the number 9. It is a pattern bringing us back to the number 9. So 2 times 9 would be 18, which would be 9. 27, 36 is 9. 45 is 9. 54 comes back to 9. So it's asking us to look at the patterns in our life. It's asking us to look at the repetition in our life, where we cannot continue to make the same choices over and over again because we essentially end up in the same place. But rather, we need to start tearing down those walls, those the mind-made prisons, the walls that we've put up to keep ourselves safe, secure, that no longer hold a purpose in our life, that are hindering us to go forward, that's not allowing ourselves to tap into how we should respond to things in our life rather than how we are reacting to things in our life through doing the same things over and over, being attracted to a certain person, the same habits that keep you a smoker or a drinker or a gambler, or a pattern that doesn't allow you to move forward with a passion or a desire, but rather there is a procrastination in your mind about how to move forward, a fear, an unknowing energy that you're afraid to move forward into. It keeps us in the same types of relationships and the same type of work habits, the same kind of job atmospheres, the same type of career atmospheres. It holds back our spirituality in the way it can be manifested in our lives. Our health and well-being is affected, absolutely. So we want to tear down those walls that we built a long time ago because of a past action, a past deed, something we said. Somewhere where we think that we've dropped the ball, somewhere where we have blamed ourselves in some way, in some manner, or we've allowed the blame to linger in a certain place that doesn't let us move forward. So September of 2016 has a powerful third night energy, and that is the solar eclipse at Virgo, or in Virgo, at 9 degrees on September the 1st. So now we have the vibration of 27. And 27 is actually the underlying energy to new possibilities, new dreams, marriage, births, new relationships, new business partners, new friendships, new associations, perhaps new career, new jobs, a new type of spirituality or a higher level of spirituality, new health, well-being. Okay, things can grow and things can blossom in this energy. Events can occur now that can walk you into new paths. But we need to expect delays. We need to expect setbacks. Okay, we need to keep a positive on things at all times, okay? We're entering a Mercury retrograde at the same time. Saturn is very strong in the sky right now. giving us our rules, slowing us down, making us think twice. And Mercury is going over some of the things that we've already put action to, thought to, words to make us rethink, to make sure that we are aligned with our true purpose. So events can occur that can walk us into new paths, but we have to allow for delays. We have to allow for setbacks. We have to go with the disruptive energy. And the disruptive energy is much less if we go forward with a positive attitude and we go forward with a flow. Okay, because it is about endings. Nines are about endings, completions, finishing. So the 27th card in the deck, before we get carried away to the 9, is the Ace of Wands. Okay, so the hand of God holding out this branch, and this branch has new life on it, new life force on it. So it is a gift from God. It's definitely new growth and new opportunities that are being handed to you. So we can envision our plans forward now. We can become more creative. We can become more inventive. Okay, this is a time to understand and see the true potential that is being offered to us. And what an astounding card. The hand of God handing it to you, giving you your path forward. So let's go to the 18 before we actually get to the 9. Let's go to the 18. And the 18th card in the tarot deck is the Moon. So it's looking within. It's seeing where there's true balance. It is understanding where we truly need to heal our lives. So we have to ask ourselves some empowering questions. We have to look inside ourselves and understand where we place blame, with ourselves, with others. Do we need to allow ourselves forgiveness? Do we allow negative actions or words that we once experienced play a leading role in our actions and words of today? Do we need to take better care of ourselves? Do we have bad habits? Do we eat healthily? Do we get enough sleep? Do we honor our passions, our dreams? Do we allow others to dictate our passage forward? Do we allow love in? And how do we show our love towards another? Do we take time for our spirituality and our growth in spirituality? Do we take time to reward ourselves? Do we take time to see the positive actions that we do each and every day? Now, the moon is also about dreaming. The moon comes out at night, so our dreams could be amplified during this month. Absolutely. Journal your dreams, waking and sleeping, please. New ideas, new plans can start through our dreams, tapping into our imagination. Our dreams are potent energy, and our thoughts can be potent energy as well when it comes to our dreams, because it does affect our dreams waking and sleeping, right? So we need to focus on meditation. We need to focus on prayer. Positive affirmations. We need to start telling ourselves the story of what we want to walk into rather than replaying the past in our minds. We need to let go of the past. We need to stop it hindering us from moving forward. So it's a great time to unplug. It's a great time to take a mini vacation or a day outing. Spend time in nature to ground yourself, to be alone with your thoughts. You know, perhaps to remove yourself from your everyday routine in some way, in some form, so that you can almost be an outsider looking in. And understand, you know, where our routines are not serving us anymore, where we have to implement new ways of using our time or our money or our resources, wiser ways to move forward, okay, to tap into what brings out our passion and creativity and what actually is hampering it, so that we can start moving in the right direction, so we can start making new actions and new words where those old actions and words once were. So we have this unique opportunity, I think, to reorganize our lives this month. The number 18 is about healing. And yes, like the moon says, our inner being. But we also need to carry that energy out into our surroundings as well. So it's a time to clean the house, organize the drawers, the shelves, the closet space of our inner world, and yes, our outer world. It's a time to finish that project. take that thing off the back burner and move it to the front burner and be done with it. It's time to have those conversations. It's time to put ourselves in those positions. It's time to cross out things on our to-do list. It's time to declutter our lives and understand what's truly important and only keep what's truly important. And when we combine this energy to not only our inner wants and dreams, but to the mundane world around us, our everyday life, it pushes our subconscious to start setting order in our values, our wants, and our dreams, and our dreams become powerful. They become powerful visions of what we can truly step into. Okay, so let's go to the energy of the number 9. So the 9 is definitely speaking towards endings, completions. And because the 9 is so amplified here, I would expect that things in our lives are being amplified. So it's intense parts of our lives. It's the long hauls that we have been through. It is energy that we have been stuck in for an extremely long period of time. Okay, it allows for a potent and rare understanding to form in our life. It allows us a new sense of clarity in how we need to move forward. So embrace any kind of endings that come your way. It's moving you into a new chapter. Changings and endings must enter the equation when the energy of the 9 is present. And in order to see the wisdom of our path forward, we need to go with the flow, to accept the stops and starts in life, because we're essentially in transition. We are transforming. So the 9 energy asks us to dissipate the things that are not allowing us to move forward. And it could be a relationship, it could be a situation, it could be a job, it could be where we live, it could be our thought processes, it could be where we have been putting our focus and attention. Sometimes we put our energy on the obstacles that hinder our path rather than allowing to let go of that obstacle. And the number 9 will do it for you. Okay? If you're not willing to see that it's an actual obstacle in your life and you need to move away from it, the number 9 will come in, and usually in not the nicest of ways does it change the path for us. It burns the bridge behind us. So we have to take up the adventure of moving forward ourselves in order for the energy to be a little softer on us. Absolutely. It's not a time to start new projects. It's a time where goals can be realized. Finish that project. Have that conversation. Release that energy. Release the energy that holds you from moving forward. It's a time to grow relationships deeper. It's a time to do something for somebody else based on the blessings that you've already received in your lifetime. It could be even doing something wonderful for somebody as a thank you for what is to come into your life. 9 is endings, but it's also preparing ourselves for the new beginnings. Okay, October 2016. So 10 plus 2016 is a 10. That is the 1 amplified by the 0. New beginnings, brand new beginnings, new passions, new goals to set forward with. And then November 2016 adds up to an 11, so a master number. And so that master number, 11, is going to call upon us to make some quick decisions and some sudden events that are going really to demand some very decisive action by us. And we're going to be able to take that decisive action because we properly prepared ourselves while we were in the 9 energy. So the 9 energy is the Hermit. And the Hermit essentially goes into the desert, into his cave. He taps into his intuition. He taps into his wisdom to understand what is needed in the plan forward, but also to be honest of what needs to be let go of. He's patient as the vision of tomorrow grows clearer. He understands the acceptance he must have where changes need to happen, and he also must accept that he has to let go of things that are beyond his control. So what changes he needs to actually implement and what changes he needs to allow to happen in his life and accept in his life. And only then can a plan really be made. Okay? Only then can a plan really be made that's going to be solid, that's going to have strength going forward. And so we too must be the Hermit. We must practice patience with ourselves, with others, with situations, with divine timing, so that we're not trying to leave the cave too early. We're not trying to plot out upon our journey before we are truly ready, before we truly have cleared the clutter from our lives. So we want to walk into new plans, the new potential of our life with the wisdom attached to it. Now, the solar eclipse is happening September the 1st in Virgo at 9 degrees, and that's the time of the new moon. That's the time when we are to plant our seeds for tomorrow. But yet, being at 9 degrees, it seems to be deepening the 9 energy even more. So, you know, it's a month to allow those seeds to germinate. It's a month where we're growing into a very unique, a prize flower, an original, a one of a kind, like something we've never seen before. And it will demand that we focus on all aspects of its growth. What we need to do to make it flourish, and what we need to remove that threatens the life force of our prize flower, of our potential, of our path forward. So this month we must plant our seeds in our mind, allow them to slowly germinate in our mind through dreams, through the possibilities, through making the plans, through coming to the awareness of what we truly need to do going forward. We need to open ourselves up to the changes and the closures that we need in our life to make that possibility a reality. We need to have a faith in God, our angels, our spirit guides, the universe, that everything we need on our path will be supplied, and that we will be guided to the right actions, the right conversations, the right situations. So we also need to accept that the doors that close now, it frees us of energy that would stagnate us, that wouldn't allow us to move forward on our path. So we need to believe in our own strength, our own potential. And don't let emotion take hold that will cause you to doubt yourself, bring up fears that really have no substance. Okay? Depression could be very strong right now. Escapism could be very strong right now. Trying to hide under that rock could be very strong right now. You know, you want to prepare yourself. You want to go inwardly. You want to do, you know, what the 3 cards tell us to do here. We have the Ace of Wands, the hand of God, offering us a new path forward. We have the moon asking us to go deep inside and be very aware of what gives us balance and what keeps us stagnant in our lives going forward, and how we can renew our path forward and renew ourselves in the process. And the Hermit, understanding everything that is needed for the path forward, making the plan, and then we come out of our cave, then we come out of the desert, and we step into the new beginnings that we were meant to step upon all along. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.